Okay, so let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have discussed about how we can create our Azure account and how we can create our Linux VM with the help of password. In today's session, we are going to learn about how to connect to this Linux machine with the help of password. And then we are going to start about how to create a Linux machine with the help of SSH key. But before starting out this particular topic, any question anyone have, please let me know. Okay. No one is raising hand, so look like no one has any question. We can start with the today's topic. So what I need to do is, again, I need to create a virtual machine because in the last session, what we have done, I have terminated that particular machine after our practice. So I need to create a machine again with the help of password. So let me quickly create a machine. We have already learned in previous session how to create a machine. And even with before creation of this machine, I need to create a resource group. So I first I'll create a resource group. Then I'll create a machine. Now let me enter OTP. Okay. So I'll create a group again because we have deleted. Here is the group name again I'm creating. Review plus create. Click on create. I'm not doing anything new right now, so I don't need to explain because these things we have already learned in previous session. So I'll create the time. So resource group, name, and image. Scroll down, I go with the password option. Password is Azure user. And now I'm entering the password. So I'm doing the same thing which we have done in previous session. Now I'm going to click on review plus create. SSH port is enabled. So we got hard disk, extra hard disk because of the CPU and RAM we got, and OS we are using as Ubuntu 22.04. Now click on review plus create. And click on create. Done. I'm able to create a machine. Now, after creation of this machine, the next thing what we need to do it is we need to connect to this particular machine. So to connect to this particular machine, we need to download terminal. The software I need to download from Google, the softwares are called as terminals. And we have a lot of terminals in the market. The number one terminal we have it is Putty. The second number one we have it is Git. So Putty is number one, Git is number two. Right now, I'm going to show you the Git one. In our upcoming session, I'll show you with Putty also. So just search on Google download Git. When I just search on Google download Git, here the first website I'm getting it. Let me share this website also with you guys, or you can also get just by searching on Google also. So you can download on Mac, Windows, Linux, whichever operating system you are using, you can use it. But Putty you can use only for Windows. Putty you can't download on Git, Linux or on Mac. That's not possible. But Git can be used with all three operating systems. So I'm using Windows. So I'm click on Windows. As per my system, whatever your system is 32-bit or 64-bit, just click there. My system is 64-bit. And I'm going to download in our 289. This is 289. Save. So here I'm downloading. Once it is downloaded, what we need to do it is, we need to install it. So even our machine is also ready. Download. So not here, I'm downloading 289. Still system is downloading. Still taking more time. Still in process. Done. I'm able to download. So just click here, click on that exe file. Click on yes. Just click on install. No need to do anything. Just click on install. It's very simple. Now this will take some time to install. In my system, it is already there. If I want, I can cancel also. If I'm not going to cancel, they'll update it because it is already there in my local machine. Now, how can you use this Git? It is installed. So wherever you have installed whatever, you just right click on your computer and here you will see Git. Right now, I'm not able to see because it start installing again. So I need to wait here for now. So if I just right click, it's showing you Git here. I can open from here or I can search here also Git. It will not show right now anything because it is installing it. If you are using Windows 10, right click, it will show you. In Windows 11, it is not showing. As per the, if anyone is using Windows 11, in right click, it is not going to show you. As per their new updates in Windows 11. In Windows 11, you need to search. In search box, you need to search. There it is going to show you in Windows 11. So once it is installed, what I need to do it is, I need to use this command. ssh-i- here I need to give the username @ public IP. Where is the public IP of our machine? Here is it. So once you open your machine, here you'll get public IP. Why it is not showing now? Strange. Okay, sometime happen. If it's happen, there is the solution also we have. Just come to virtual machine. Here I'm able to see the IP address. @ IP address. So this particular command we need to run in Git. Oh, it's installed. Right click. See here. Now it's showing me. So open Git bash. Now here I need to run this command. Right click, paste, enter. Type as yes. Now you need to enter the password. Done. I've entered the incorrect password. Now I've entered the correct password. You can see here, I'm able to connect to my machine with the help of Git bash. It's very simple to install and very simple to connect to your machine. Now, any question anyone have regarding this process, please let me know. Here I have some useful link I have given it. So if PPT is already uploaded, you can check these useful links also for you guys. Okay, so no one is raising hand, no one has any question. Now we are going to learn about how to create a Linux virtual machine with the help of SSH key. Now, process is exact same. The process which we are following it to create our Linux machine with the help of password, the same process we need to follow. The only thing is on behalf of password, I just need to give the SSH key. Other than that, process is exact same. There is no change in the process. Now, the question is, what is SSH key? SSH key is a combination of two keys, public and private key. So one we have public key, other we have private key. Now let's take example. I need to open one box. To open that box, we have a two key. One key is like if I talk about I will go to bank lockers, we want to open it. One key we have it, other key a bank person have it. So whenever a bank person is going to put his key and when we are going to put our key, then that locker is going to open. If you're not going to put both the keys, the locker is not going to open. The same way here also. To connect to this particular Linux machine, we need both the keys. Public key also and private key also. Public key is getting stored in cloud. So who is the responsible to manage public key? Azure. Azure is managing the public key. And who is managing private key? Us. We are going to manage the private key. So private key is going with us. Public key is getting stored with Azure. So with the help of that, whenever we want to connect to this machine, we need to give private key and Azure is giving it public key. Then we are able to connect to this particular machine. Now, so we need to create a key. So let's see how we can create this particular key also. I'm going to create a machine. Now, can I use the same resource group? The resource group which I have created earlier, the resource group for our first Linux machine. For this machine, can I use the same resource group? Yes. I can use the same resource group for multiple resources. And you can see here right now I have different type of resources. So I can use the same resource group. I don't need to create a new resource group. But yes, if I'm trying to create in any other region, then I need another resource group. But if I'm creating in same region, I don't need a resource group. So let's give the name. What happened here? Shh. Resource group, give the name to my virtual machine. Image Ubuntu. I can set any of the image Ubuntu 20 or 20.04. While practice, it doesn't make any difference to you guys. Now here I'm selecting SSH key. By default, username is Azure user, so I can go with the Azure user. And here we have multiple options. Generate new key pair, use existing key, use existing public key. I don't have any existing key in my local machine, so I can't go with that. If I go here, see, I don't have anything to select. If I have any existing key, I can use the same key for multiple machines also. It is possible. But I don't have, so I need to generate. And I need to give the key name SSH hyphen key hyphen 289. Okay, here I have given. Scroll down, 22 port number. Other is same. Port number is 22. Image is same. Resource group. Size B1S. Disk 30 GB. Other things are exact same. So just click on review plus create. There is no change in other things. Done. Validation is passed. Once validation is passed, what we need to do? We need to click on create. Now, please read this thing. An SSH key pair contains both a public and a private key. This is what I've told you. Azure does not store the private key. The private key is going to store in our local machine and public key is going to store in Azure. After the SSH key resource is created, you won't able to download the private key again. So it means there is only one single chance you will get to download the private key. Only one single chance. You can't re-download the same private key. It's not possible. Now to create resource, you need to click on download key, download private key and create resource. We have option return, it go back. It's not going to create this machine. To create resource, we need to click here. So when I click here, you can see system is downloading the key. So I'll download our key in our bash 289 and extension of this file is PEM file. Once I save this file, then they start creating our machine. So till the time I'm not saving file, they are not creating a machine. Here is it. Here I got the PEM file. I can open this PEM file also in Notepad++. See here. This is the PEM file I got. Done. I'm able to create our machine. Now go to resource. So here I'm able to create our machine. Now how to connect to this particular machine with the help of SSH key. Select your machine, click on connect, click on connect. SSH using, sorry, navigate SSH, not this one, navigate SSH. Here I'm getting a command from their side. I need to note down this command. In this command, I need to do some changes. I need to remove this and give my PEM file name. What is my PEM file name? This one. So SSH-I, my key name, username @ public IP of our machine. Now I need to open Git bash. Earlier, when we are using password, I have opened the Git bash from the desktop. But if I'm using this key pair, I can't open Git bash from any of the location. I need to open the Git bash from the same location where our PEM file is getting stored. So I have stored this PEM file in batch 289. So from this particular location, I'm opening Git bash. Or if you're opening from some other location, you need to change the location. So I've opened the Git bash from the same location where I store my PEM file. It's stored in the desktop batch 289 folder. Now just copy, right click, paste. Oops, sorry. Copy, right click, paste, enter. Type as yes, enter, and I'm able to connect to this machine. You can see. So here I'm able to connect to our machine. This is how we can connect to our machine with the help of SSH key also. Now, which option is more secure? Password is more secure, SSH key is more secure. SSH key is always more secure. See, this is, if can I remember, anyone remember this particular code? No. SSH keys are more secure. So this is how we can create our Linux machine with the help of SSH key, and we can connect. Now, any question anyone have, please let me know. Yes, Renu, you can unmute.
Ankit, can you please repeat native SSH? Why did you use that? It is a type of
Which
service, right?
option?
Native SSH?
Which type SH key you're talking about, Renu?
No, native SSH. It was a column written as a native SSH.
Oh,
When
that one you're
you,
talking about. That one option is for CLI. If you want to connect
okay,
the machine by using CLI, Azure CLI, we are not connecting by using CLI. That is why I use that.
okay, fine.
Here we are
So
talking
it's,
about. Here you're talking about. This is
yes.
using Azure CLI.
So next
SSH
one
using
is,
CLI. We are
next
not
one is
connecting.
native.
We are not using CLI.
But you use
So
this
that is
native SSH, right?
that's
Next
what
one,
I'm
this one.
saying, Renu. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. We are not using CLI. That is why I use this native SSH option. See, it is clearly
Yeah.
mentioned no additional software.
Private key
You want
required
me
for
to answer this
connection.
question, Renu?
Yeah, sure, Ankit. But my question is that what
Please
I'm
give me.
asking. I forgot
Give
what
me
did
the
you say
chance to
about this.
speak.
Okay, I'm
Give me
sorry.
the chance to speak. Can I speak?
Please.
Thank you so much. Please don't interrupt me in between. This option we have SSH using CLI is for this one, you can connect to this particular machine by using browser, the browser which we are using right now, the browser which we have, this portal, Azure portal we can connect. So it can connect to this particular machine by using Azure CLI. But I don't want to connect to this particular machine by using browser. I want to connect to this particular machine by using the Git bash. So for this one, I need to always use native SSH. And when I go with the native SSH, I got the command with the help of that I can connect to this particular machine. But in this command, there is one single change I need to do it is I just need to remove the default thing which they are giving to us and give our PEM file. So native SSH is for the software which we have right now. Like Git bash, you can use even putty also for native SSH. Now you can let me know if you have any more question.
Okay, so Ankit, my question is, this is the software which Azure is providing us
Which
to
software
use,
talking about?
what we call this at native SSL. This is
This the
service.
this one which I'm using
Uh,
right now, Git.
no, Git is terminal like putty. I got this
Yes.
point. So what we call this native SS, these are services on the portal, right? Like
Native. What is the meaning of native?
native is like home, native to that particular thing. Like if it is a portal, Azure portal, maybe native is like native to that
For
particular
portal, you
portal.
need to use this option. This is not for portal.
So my first question is like actually, Ankit, I'm confused. Maybe I'm not able to tell what I'm asking.
This is
Let
not
me try.
portal. If I need to use if I need to use portal, I need to go with this option.
Okay, so
SSH using Azure CLI.
what is this you are opening? This is portal, right? As your portal showing the recommended most common. It is services, right? Like common, we will call it
No,
services.
no,
Okay,
no.
okay, okay,
These are not services. These are not services. Azure CLI is a service, but this is not a service. I can connect to this particular machine by using CLI. That one option. The other option is I can go with native SSH.
okay. It is the
Native SSH in
process.
that one, they are giving that particular process. Correct.
Okay,
This is not a
okay, okay,
service.
okay.
So that's why
Fine.
I'm getting the command from their side. With the help of that, I can connect to this machine.
To the machine. Okay. So we have two ways to connect. First is Azure CLI, second is native
Yes,
SSH,
by
and that
CM
is
by
through
browser, we
SSH.
have one or more ways also. We have more ways
Okay,
also. We have one more way called Bastion also. But in DevOps training, we are not going to learn about the Bastion that I'm teaching in the in admin training. So even
okay,
in that training also, it's not yet covered till now. It needs to be. I think the next topic is the Bastion one. It needs to be start. I think from tomorrow, the
okay.
Bastion is needs to start.
Fine, Ankit. Thank you.
Anyone have any more question? Okay, no questions. So let's move forward with the Linux commands. I can use the same Linux command or Linux machine also, which I have right now. I can use the same Linux machine, or if I want, I can create another machine. I can use the password machine also. It doesn't make any difference. I go with SSH or password to practice this Linux commands. Now, what is Linux? Linux is an open source operating system. So, a lot of companies are providing that Linux-based operating system Ubuntu, CentOS, Debian, Red Hat, lot of we have it. So for every Linux-based operating system, do we have different Linux commands? No. Linux commands are same. Little bit of it can vary based on some different operating system, not much. Few of the one it is vary. Yes. Where it is going to be vary, I'll inform you in the upcoming session. So here I just mentioned few of the examples of Linux-based operating system, Ubuntu, CentOS, Red Hat, and even Amazon companies also providing their own Linux-based operating system in their cloud. In Amazon Linux, the name is called as. So which one we are using right now? We are using Ubuntu 22.04 version. So the first command which I'm going to show you here is the cat command to create a file. To create a file, we have multiple commands. Few of the commands we are going to learn in our upcoming session, and might be if anyone you are aware of that also, it's very good if you are aware of that. But yes, few more Linux commands to create a file, we will learn in upcoming session. So right now I'm going to show you the cat command. So cat space symbol space, I need to give the file name. File name I'm giving as Azure. So copy, right click, paste, enter. When when I enter it, now it is asking me to enter a content in the file. So whatever the text I want to store or whatever I want to store in this file, I can store that. So let me just give us welcome to Azure Devops training. One line, enter. Second line, hello all, enter. Third line, welcome. Fourth line, thank you. Means whatever the text I want to give, I have given. So I have entered first line, second line, third line, and fourth line. Now I'm going to again press enter. Now the next thing what I need to do it is I want to exit and save this file. I want to save and exit this file. So how can I save and exit this file? Just press Ctrl D. When I press Ctrl D, this file is saved now. I'm able to exit this file. Now again, I'm back in my Azure user and we are able to save this file and we are able to exit this file. Now I want to see the file. To see the list of files in Linux, if you want to see the list of files or folders, we have a command called ls command. ls. When I type ls, here I'm able to see the file. So even if you have folder, by using ls command, it will show you your files also. Or if you have folder, it will show you both. Right now, we are able to see the file which we have created with the name Azure. So we are able to create file and we are able to see the file. But what I want to do is now I want to clean this terminal. Whatever is text here, I don't want this text. I just want to clear this terminal. To clear this terminal, we have a simple command, clear. Then I can type again command ls. Here I'm able to see this. Now what I want to do is now I want to read the content in the file. I'm able to create a file, but what content I have given in this file, I need to read it. So same command, cat space file. So when I just give cat space file name, I can read the file. Any of the existing file I have, I can read. To create, I need to give this symbol also in between. This is syntax. So cat space file. So when I press enter, I'm able to read the text here. Now, I want to remove a file. Remove means delete. To delete this file, we have a command called rm. Here is it, rm. Rm stands for remove. Space file name. Then type ls. It's not showing me any file name now. Why? Because we have deleted that particular file. So with the help of rm command, we can delete any file, whatever we want to delete. So this is how we can create a file, we can read a file, and we can delete a file also with the help of cat command. Any question anyone have regarding this file creation and deletion of the process, please let me know. Yes, Renu.
Yeah, Ankit, can you please explain this domain name as well?
Which domain
This
name?
Azure user at my VM.
Azure user is my username, which I'm using it.
So
At the rate,
according, so जो what like in a virtual machine in our Azure portal, so the same username which we will log in through, right? It will be
correct.
the same here. Okay.
So this
And
is my
this.
username. At the
Mhm.
rate, at the rate is coming from their side, and this is my virtual machine name.
Okay. Whatever
The
virtual machine we
name
are
we have,
working on.
the name I have given to my
My
machine, my
VM.
VM.
Okay.
Username at the rate machine name.
Virtual machine. And this sign will be
This is
in
default. The dollar sign is for a normal user.
okay.
Dollar sign is for normal user. Like we are connected with normal user right now. It's not an administrator user right now. It's a normal user. So
Okay.
for them, it's a dollar sign.
And this two dots and tilt.
This is default one. You will see for everywhere. It's a default.
Okay. Okay. In like in Linux, we say it like for current directory. Here concept will be different.
This is not for the current directory. This is not for the current directory. This
In
is you will
Azure,
see
we will,
everywhere. It is not for
okay.
Azure. This is for default for every Linux.
Okay. And we have, suppose the company, we have multiple virtual machines. So every time if we will be working on different machine, we will be logging through different machine here as your user at the rate the
No, there can
current,
be different username also.
okay, different username also.
You while creating a machine, I can give any username. I have a complete right.
Okay. In
I'm
future,
not
you
talking
will
about
use,
organize. I'm not talking about organization. In organization, you don't have rights. In organization, whatever clients give you, that username you need to give it.
so
But
per
while
project. So Ankit, my question is like my mind thinks, suppose I am working in project, then how should I reply to the interviewer? Because they will ask me according to project. So I am thinking in that way.
no,
So always in
username
the
can be
project.
any name.
Okay.
Username, whatever your client saying, you can give any username. There is no restriction we have in Azure. I can't give that user. Yeah, there are some username they have restricted, but other than restricted word, you can give any word.
Yeah,
They have a
that is I'm clear, Ankit. My question is, suppose you are working in an organization because you know better. I'm not working. So in one project, do you have always one name, or if in a project you usually have different usernames,
it
different
purely
virtual
depend
machines?
on client renew.
Okay,
It purely depend on client for which client you are working. No, every person have their own thinking. Every company has their own terms and condition. It depend on client.
okay,
That purely depend on the client. So no one is going to
okay.
ask this in the interview question. What is your username in your machines, which wherever you're working or what is can be your usernames. No one is going to ask these type of questions.
They just try to
User
confuse here what they do, Ankit, actually what I saw, because like I'm learning Azure. I didn't work on it, but I have to say I have worked on it, right? To get a job, because otherwise they will not select my resume. If I will say I have taken training, so they try to confuse you like by asking silly questions that
no
you
one is going
really
to
worked
ask
on.
you. No one is
Okay.
going to ask this type of questions. No one is asking it.
Like just for clarity,
I
for
have
mind
given
clarity actually, yeah.
I have given lakhs of students training. I didn't get any feedback from any of the students asking this type of questions.
Okay, fine.
Anyone have any question related to this file creation and deletion of this file? If you have, you can please raise your hand related to this one. Yes, Hafiz.
Yeah, if you have a Windows machine, the commands will be different, right?
In Windows command, Linux command will not work.
They will not work, right?
In Windows command, can you use Linux commands?
That's what I was asking. That if you have a Linux machine, the commands will be different commands.
No, I'm right now connecting to Office Linux machine.
Yeah, if you had a Windows machine, it will be different command.
I'm connected to Linux machine. I'm not connected to Windows. Windows is my local machine. I'm connected to Linux machine.
Okay.
I'm connected to Linux machine. This is Linux machine. Azure user at the rate VM Azure VM. I'm connected to Linux machine.
Yeah.
So
So
that's why I'm giving you the Linux command training.
is there another command you can use other than cat? Is there another possible command that is different from cat that you can use to get inside the machine? Or is only cat command?
Office
Hello?
for which purpose I have used cat command?
To create a file and you can write inside the file, right?
Yeah, that's what I've told that when I'm starting that particular topic, we have multiple ways to create files. Right now, I'm going to show you one way. In upcoming sessions, we'll learn other ways also. I have already answered this question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a directory. Now, what is directory? In Windows machine, we call it a folder. Like this is a folder for me, batch 288, batch 289, batch 276. What are these? These are folders. In Windows machine, it called as a folder. In Linux machine, it's not called as folder, it's called as directory. So folder and directory both are same thing. Both are same thing. Folder and directory both are same thing. In Windows, the terminology used in Windows is folder. In Linux, the terminology used in is directory. Now, so how to create a directory? We have a command called mkdir, make directory. mkdir. Full form is make directory. Directory name can be any name. Let's just give us DevOps. Enter. When I press enter, our directory is ready. ls, here I'm able to see our DevOps directory. So I'm able to create a DevOps directory. Our work is completed? No, we need to learn more things. Now I need to go into this directory. Like if I want to go in this batch 288, what I can do? Double click, I'm into that batch 288 folder. But if I want to talk about this terminal, if I want to go in this particular directory, I need to use some Linux commands. And the Linux command is called as cd. Okay, before that, there is one more command. Let me discuss first pwd. What is this pwd command? With the help of pwd command, I can see the current location of my cursor, where my cursor is there right now. This cursor, what is the current location of my cursor? I can check with the help of pwd command. Anyone knows the full form of pwd command? If you know, please confirm in the chat box. Please don't search on Google. If you know, then send answers. If you don't know, that's okay. I'll give you the answer. Drop me in the chat box. Don't raise your hand for this question. Drop me in the chat box. Full form of pwd. Okay. So whatever the answers I got, all are correct, but except one answer, those people are trying to use short forms. That I'm not going to consider that answer. Okay. So the correct answer is present working directory. But now we have one more full form. This is the old full form, and this is correct. Present working directory is 100% correct. But now we have one more full form. So it means that now we have two full forms. The other full form is called as print working directory. But if you give answer to anyone, present working directory or print working directory, both are correct. Present is the old one. In most of the organizations or wherever we are working, we use this full form, because it's an old full form. We all remember it. So both are correct. Present working directory and print working. Whichever you want to go, you can go with that. So with the help of pwd command, I am able to check the current location. Now I'm going to use cd command. With the help of cd command, I can go into this folder. What is the full form of cd? CD stands for change directory. So with the help of cd command, I can go into this particular directory. So cd space directory, enter. Now pwd, again I'm using. Earlier it is showing me as home Azure user, then home Azure user DevOps. So it means now I am under home Azure user DevOps. Now I want to create a file under this directory. I can create with the same command, the one which we have learned few minutes before. Done. Only 3 lines I'm giving. Welcome, hello, thank you. Control D, ls. So under this particular DevOps directory, I'm able to create one file with the name Azure. When you're doing practice, you can give any name to the file or any name to the directory you can give. It's completely up to you, whatever you want to give when you're doing practice. Now, I am under the DevOps folder right now. I want to go back to my Azure user. How can I go back to Azure user? So if I want to go back to one of the previous directory, we have a command called cd space dot dot. Cd space dot dot. Can I give 1 dot? Can I give 3? Can I give 4? No, only 2 dots. It is coming under syntax. Less than 1 or more than 2. Sorry, less than 1, less than 2 or more than 2, you will get error message. So only 2 you can give. pwd. So cd command is used wherever the path you are able to see here. If you want to go back to one of the previous location, then we are using cd space dot dot. So any one of the previous location, if you want to go, you can use cd space dot dot. Remember this point. I'm going to ask few questions regarding this in upcoming session from you guys. So remember this point. cd space dot dot is used whenever you want to go back to one of the previous location. Right now I'm in DevOps, I need to go to Azure user. So I have used cd space dot dot. Now ls, I'm able to see that DevOps file. I'm not able to see that Azure file. The file which we have created here above, I'm not able to see that file. Only I'm able to see the DevOps directory. Why? Because that particular file under this DevOps directory. So if I want to see, I need to open this directory. But right now I'm able to see only DevOps directory. Same here. I have this batch 289. Under this particular direct folder, whatever the files I have, I'm not able to see. So same way right now, I have a DevOps directory. Under this DevOps directory, whatever the files I have, I'm not able to see. If I want to see the files, I need to open this directory. So same way, if I want to see the files, the Azure file, I need to go into this directory. So I'm able to create a directory here, and under this directory, I'm able to create file, and now I'm coming back from the directory. Now what next? Delete. I want to delete a directory. To delete a directory, I'm using rmdir space directory name. Now please read this carefully. Some message we are getting it here. rmdir failed to remove DevOps directory not empty. So is that an incorrect command? No, it's not an incorrect command. But rmdir only deleting a directory which is empty. Only empty directories is going to delete by the rmdir command. So if I have a directory with file, that is why actually I have created one directory DevOps, and under the directory I've created one file. That's the reason, because I want to show you this message. So how can I delete a directory now? I have a file, I want to delete a directory also. How can I delete that? We have a command rm hyphen. Rm space hyphen r and then the directory name. If I'm running it, so under this particular directory, whatever the file I have, that is also going to delete, and whatever the directory we have created, that particular directory is also going to delete. So rm stands for remove, hyphen hyphen r stands for recursive. So with the help of rm hyphen r, I'm able to delete a directory, and definitely if I'm deleting a directory, under the directory, if I have any file, that particular file is also going to be deleted. So this is how we can create a directory. We can move into the directory. We can come out from the directory, and we can delete a directory. So this is what we have all about the directory. Now we have some more commands. We learn it, but before that, anyone wants to ask any question, please let me know. Yes, Renu.
Ankit, how we will know this particular directory is having file? And second question is how we
First
can see.
question. First question.
Yeah.
I have this batch 289. Okay, let's example, I have batch 276.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know in this folder I have some files?
In this we can see like in GUI we can see like it is
But
showing some.
usually if I have a folder, can you see that?
No.
So you need to open it, then you can see. So same way Linux also. You
Okay.
need to open that, or you need to go into that one, then you can get information.
Like CD DevOps and then LS again.
Definitely, yes. You need to go
Okay.
into that particular directory, then you can see that. Otherwise, you
Okay.
can't see.
Then we need to select the command accordingly for removing the directory.
Correct.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Or even if you are going to use a command rmdir DevOps, and if a file has, if the directory has some file, you will get this error message: directory
Error
not empty.
message. Okay, fine.
Directory not
The,
empty, you are
first
getting the error
we need
message.
to remove either we need to delete the file or need to use this command rm-r.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Your next question.
I have asked both of the questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyone have any more question? Anyone have any more question? You can please ask, because now I'm not going to continue the other commands, We don't have that much of time. So I'm just going to end this session here. In tomorrow's session, we will continue with this Linux commands. Okay, so no question. So make sure after practice, what we can do it is, we can delete our resource group. This is what I have told you. So if you delete a resource group, whatever we have under the resource group, system will delete all. Imran, if you want to talk, you need to unmute. You need to raise your hand. You can unmute, Imran.
Yeah, hi. Ankit, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, but Imran, I don't know you want to talk with me. You need to raise your hand. Then I got information you need to talk with me.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
No,
you need
that
to raise your hand. And I'm
okay.
not going to share my number with anyone. If you
Right.
have any, you need to talk in the session or email me only. That's the only
Okay,
communication.
I can email you, Ankit. No, not an issue.
If you can ask me right now, it's easy.
Yeah, the thing is, this is my first class. I just joined today.
Hmm.
I was just wondering, like, to start, do we need any basics, regards
No,
to Azure?
no. We are
Sorry?
starting from basics.
Oh, okay.
And even day 1, day 2 recording is already uploaded in our YouTube channel.
Yep.
Okay, so are you in the WhatsApp community of this batch?
No, I don't think so.
Let me share it.
I just got an email.
So just a minute, let me share it. So you can join the WhatsApp community, the link which is given here. Okay, or even in the email which you have received. On that email also, I think the link is here.
Right.
WhatsApp
Okay.
community.
I'll find it out.
You
Yeah.
can join the WhatsApp community. I'll inform my team. They will again share day 1, day 2 recording with you. I mean, not with you actually.
Right.
They'll share in the community. So from there you can get the link.
Thank you, Ankit. Thank you.
Okay, so you can watch the day 1, day 2 recording. And in day 1, there is nothing much. If you skip the day 1 recording, that's okay. Because on day 1, we didn't, just a discussion part was there about the course. So in day 2, actually, we have learned something, how to create a virtual machine, how to create a source group, how to create a Azure account.
Right, Ankit.
That's
Thank you
the
so much.
thing you can go with directly day 2.
Thank you, Ankit. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Hafiz.
Yeah, but I'm not seeing my courses when I open the dashboard thing. I'm not seeing all the courses I have.
Which courses you have? For which courses you have
I
paid?
have
Can you
Azure
please let me
Admin,
know?
I have Linux Weekend, I have Azure Devops, I have Power BI, and so I'm not seeing all of them. I'm seeing just 3 of them. But I
For
have
which
like
courses you have paid till now?
I have Azure Admin.
For which batch number?
I think that's 276.
Okay.
But I cannot
Other than that,
remember the batch number for all other courses. I have VMware. I don't know the batch number. I have Linux Weekend.
you are able to see Linux weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. I
The
tell
ones
you
that I
the
cannot see is Azure Admin and Azure DevOps. These two.
you are not able to see Azure admin.
Yeah, and Azure DevOps.
You're not able to see Azure DevOps also.
Yeah.
For which Azure DevOps batch number you have paid?
It should be this one. I don't know. Do I even know the different batch numbers that are there? It's yours.
No,
I don't know whether you're the one teaching all of them.
you are
But
saying
I've
you are.
attended the first classes is yours from the day I paid.
Can I speak? Can I speak?
Go ahead.
Okay. You said you have paid for Azure admin, Azure DevOps, Linux weekend, VMware. These 4.
And Power BI.
Okay. Power BI. Tell me the batches number.
I cannot know the batch number, but the ones that I'm not able to see in my portal is Azure Admin and Azure DevOps.
You are not able to see these 2.
Yes.
Other than 3, you are able to see?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you pay any time for Azure DevOps? Or you are going to pay now?
I already paid. I think maybe the support team will
When
be able to
when you have
verify.
paid?
I've paid.
For which batch number? For this 289?
Yes.
I'm not able to see any record with your email ID. I have your email ID. I'm not able to see. You
Are you
have
seeing
paid.
Azure admin?
Just a minute. The email ID which I have for that specific email ID, you have Linux batch access, you have VMware access, and you have Power BI access for that email ID which I have. So might be you are using some other email ID for Azure admin, or Azure admin you have it. Because whatever the email ID which I have for that, these 3 batches access you have. So it might be you are using something else email ID. So please
Maybe
check your email ID, for which you need, if you are having multiple email IDs, you need to log in by using those, and it's not possible to transfer now if you have done that mistake already. So you need to check your email ID, for which email ID you have paid.
so
Okay,
even if I use a different email ID, it will not be on the same portal.
but login details will be different. Login details will not be the same. Means email ID, if you are using a different email ID, that can be different login details for you.
Which of my email IDs do you have?
How we know that? And I'm not going to tell you here because in front of everyone, I'm not going to tell you for which email ID I have. I'm not going to tell in front of everyone. Just so whatever the email IDs you have, just log in it with them and check. If you face any issue, drop email to support team. They will check and reply you.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone have any more question? Please let me know, or I'm going to end the session here. Yes, Imran. Imran, you need to unmute and ask a question. You're on mute.
Yeah, hi Ankit. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm able to.
So is it mandatory that we need to go for Azure admin before jumping onto Azure?
No, no,
Okay.
it's not mandatory. But yes, if you're applying for a job, then they'll look for a person who has multiple, both the knowledges.
Like how about the microservices and Kubernetes within the Azure? Will you be covering those, or is
In
it a
the
different?
DevOps training, yes, in Azure admin, we are covering, sorry, not in Azure admin, in Azure DevOps, we are covering it Kubernetes, parts of the course content. You can
How
check
about
the course content.
Terraform and other stuff?
Terraform is also part of course content.
Right. Okay.
Please check the course content
Yeah,
first.
I'll go through it, Ankit. As I
Yeah.
told you, this is my first
Because
batch.
those
So,
are the DevOps
yeah.
topics.
Right. Okay.
Terraform, Kubernetes, Docker, these are DevOps tools.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Thank you.